I'm Stefano de Costanzo, a professional pastry chef, born and raised in a beautiful, loving family in south of Italy, Apulia. While I carry the title of a professional pastry chef, I believe to be myself more of a cook, or rather as a gastronomer, as I possess a profound reverence for exceptional ingredients. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to share my experience with you through the lens of self-mastery, through the lens of martial arts. It was an honor to be asked today to be in front of you. And when your martial arts teacher, whether it be a father, a friend, or a brother, asks you to step forward, it is almost comparable like stepping forward, like in the JKD development triangle, where footwork and stance are of paramount importance. But this time, stepping forwards holds a much deeper significance for me. It signifies the commencement of a new challenge, a challenge to embrace with a firm belief there is yet another right step towards the comprehensions of yourself and of your own potentials, and ultimately the need to be there for others. So my purpose is to provide you with insight into my personal journey of self-mastery, a testament on how a martial arts mindset has constantly propelled me towards a direction of becoming better in what I do, and again, be there for those around me. I grew up in south of Italy, Apulia, where I was surrounded by beautiful cultivated farm fields, soaked in a warm Mediterranean sunlight most of the year. And all my childhood memories were spent alongside my grandparents, where I recall plucking ripe organic tomatoes directly from the plants, or savoring figs, sweet as candies, directly from the trees. And it was all accompanied by this beautiful soundtrack of swallows' flocks far away in the sky. During winter, I remember watching stone pots simmering on a wood-fired stove, and fogged windows, or the light of the charcoal and this aroma filling the air. As you can imagine, since early age, all my senses were very quickly exposed to what Mother Earth had to offer. And I have to say, I found solace in the kitchen, where playing with beautiful ingredients, it became the most beautiful playground for me. But most importantly, my mother made me understand the importance of nurturing my body and my mind with wonderful ingredients, and it gave me the confidence to express myself in any sort of activities free of judgment. On the other side, my father, with his vast musical knowledge and also in cinema, he exposed me to an endless amount of, cultural events around the city. And the music, it kind of became omnipresent in my existence, also almost like a movie soundtrack. It allowed me to travel in many corners of the world and embrace different cultures and always have a link with the different people. However, the most profound journeys transpired within the realms of my mind and spirit, as music connected with the life's rhythm, and it allowed me to be in contact with the divine, or simply dreaming about conquering mountains or overcoming obstacles. So it didn't take long for me to realize that all the poetic essence of cooking that I experienced in my early ages were far beyond the reality, that cooking in a professional kitchen was way tougher than what I experienced in these early years. Imagine almost like you're a fan of Bruce Lee movies, right? And your uncle shares the same passion as you, and he wants to teach you a few moves. And then all of a sudden you find yourself in a street fight, completely beaten up and bruised. Meaning to say that I was obviously unprepared to all these challenges that a professional kitchen had reserved. So my very first experience in the kitchen was as a pot washer. It was really difficult at the beginning, and stressful and exhausting for all the hours that we were doing. And as a pot washer, I was trying to be very quick in cleaning pots and dishes, and always try to do some little jobs in the kitchen, like chopping parsley or peeling the garlic. I remember that I felt like, God, I'm in the right spot right now. I'm really near the kitchen, because I have a first seat on seeing what's happening, because I never really experienced it before. All the tears and the sweat and the stress from other people, it served me to comprehend what this environment was. But I was thrilled because I was at the beginning of my career. So I was going through some changes in life, and I felt the need to find a space where I could have sharpened not only my knife, but also my mind and spirit. And my experience with JKD, it came for the first time in London after 7 years being here. And it wasn't limited only on the combat aspects, but more on the life lessons to gain. I feel very lucky to have found not only a mentor here, but also an amazing family of people, which some of you are sitting here right now, and which are beautiful people that they train very hard in their martial arts, and they are like professionals in their fields as well, and they are ready to be there for one another. So for me, I felt like I found a home away from home. So now what do you think when you hear the term self-mastery? You might picture someone like a martial arts master, calm, focused, and in control at all times. Or maybe you imagine people who are in control of their lives, right? Or maybe you can imagine both. Or you can imagine a chef. For me, in the kitchen, self-mastery reveals through the creation of dishes that not only tantalize your taste buds, but they also evoke profound emotions and memories. And it involves understanding the intricate nuances of ingredients, flavors, textures, and the interaction, and utilizing them to transform them into culinary masterpieces. So self-mastery also manifests in the ability to lead a team and to create and foster an harmonious and supportive work environment. Similarly, in the realm of martial arts, self-mastery extends beyond the physical techniques and combat abilities, and it encompasses the cultivation of a discipline, focus, and resilience. It means digging into the principles of the philosophy of the art, so we can apply it in everyday lives. Through martial arts training, we learn to harness our emotions and develop mental clarity and tap into our inner reservoir of strengths. It becomes a transformative journey of self-discovery where we unearth our true potentials and relentlessly pursue personal growth. Now, be your own master is an exclamation that can sound most probably pretentious to all of you, and especially in the presence of my martial arts teacher. But by saying this, I mean to inspire and be in control of your own life despite all the kind of outcomes that you can have. As I said, I mean to inspire you, and it doesn't matter if you don't have the knowledge. You just have to put yourself out there, and you will always find people that can help you to grow or can diminish your potential, that can lead you towards directions, but you have to pursue it, and you have to go forward with what you have to do. So the path of self-mastery, whether it's cooking or martial arts, demand an incredible dedication and perseverance, and a commitment to lifelong learnings. It is not a destination to be reached, but an ongoing quest for improvement. It encourages to push us beyond our perceived limitations and refinement, and it encourages us to push beyond and embrace challenges and perceiving failures as a stepping stones towards growth. So this philosophy of life is also called ikigai, and is the ability to have a sense of purpose and a reason for living in every step of the way. Many more are the analogies between these two hearts, but I'm going to limit myself just to say a few that really means a lot to me. So discipline with purpose creates habits. There's no way around it. Constant discipline breeds lifelong habits. This level of discipline works exactly in the same way if you step into a kitchen or into a dojo. Perfect practice makes perfect. Repetition in martial arts training, as per cooking, typically leads to better results. I remember I couldn't even hold a piping bag in my early years without making a total mess on my chef's whites, and now I feel like I can dance with it. There's also a beautiful Japanese philosophy called Kaizen that describes this idea of consistent incremental improvement in every aspect of what you do. And if you apply this to cooking, you will see that you can get results that are amazing, and you can get better and better in every step of the way. This idea is also beautifully expressed in one of the old axioms that I heard in the kitchen, saying, you don't know how to do anything till you do it 1,000 times. Now, Bruce Lee also said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I do fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. So, do celebrate the cultivation and honest self-expression of the individual over any organized style. Research your own experience, observe what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is essentially your own. Persistence and perseverance. Have absolute trust in yourself. Surrender to the process, releasing any sort of attachment and expectation and outcomes. Continue steadily to work on yourself in spite of opposition, being stubborn if needed, and the penny drop will come. It did happen to me, thankfully, at work and also in JKD. Respond versus react. There is a small but significant difference between reacting and responding. A reaction is instant, is what happens when you don't know what to do and you're letting the environment to be in control of yourself in any oh-no moments. Versus responding, on the other hand, that means that you are allowing your skills to be in control of the situation and you naturally have a plan. That is why in combat we are taught to have a deep understanding of footwork, tool development, and so on, in order to be able to control our opponent's center line. Similarly, in the kitchen, you should trust your developed skills and move with the flow. I remember once me and my mate, we were doing a catering for Amanda Holden from British Got Talent. And when we were loading the car, we saw that all the ravioli pasta that we prepared earlier, they were completely like squished in the containers, and they were all like in patches. So you can imagine the panic, right? I told you and my mate, I said, start to prepare some cocktails, and I'll take care of this. So I tried very meticulously to separate each one from them. And I decided then, I said, if I'm going to cook this in a pot filled with boiling water, we are going to serve a soup to them. So I decided to put it in a shallow pan and cook it just with a bit of water so that the steam basically cooked them, and we managed to pull it through. So now we can spend the whole day tracing many analogies between these two arts, and I'm sure that many of the examples can relate also to other professions. But one of the fundamental aspects of self-mastery lies in finding balance. And in the kitchen, balance is achieved through the harmonization of flavors, textures, and presentation, creating dishes that are a symphony of taste and a visual delight. In martial arts, balance leads to seeking equilibrium between physical strength, mental clarity, and spiritual well-being. And it involves recognizing the interconnectedness between these three and nurturing all three in unison. As both a pastry chef and a martial artist, I have witnessed the transformative power of self-mastery in my own life. It has allowed me to channel my creativity and passion into culinary creation that transcend from the realm of food, leaving a lasting impact on those who savor them. It has also gifted me with the confidence and discipline to pursue my goals in martial arts, where I constantly strive for self-improvement. So self-mastery has not only shaped me as an individual, but has radiated outward, positively influencing those in the sphere of influence. Through the pursuit of self-mastery, I have come to appreciate the importance of giving back and sharing knowledge, just as my mentors and my teachers have guided me on my journey. I now endeavor to inspire and mentor others in their own pursuits. I firmly believe that by empowering individuals and discover their passions and embrace self-mastery, we can ignite a ripple effect and have a positive change in the world. In conclusion, self-mastery is an everlasting pursuit that permeates both the art of cooking and the practice of martial arts. It encompasses finding purpose, discipline, and balance in every facet of lives. By embracing the path of self-mastery, we unlock our full potential and become a catalyst for a meaningful transformation within ourselves and in the lives of others. Therefore, I suggest to each and every one of you to embark on your own journey of self-mastery without fear, pursuing your passion and relentlessly strive for excellency. Together we can create a world where self-mastery is not only a personal triumph, but a catalyst for a profound and positive change. Just do it responsibly, with unconditional love as the main ingredient. And I like to quote Stevie Wonder. He said in one of the first songs of the most greatest album that he did, which is Songs in the Key of Life, and it goes, "Love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send your sin right away." Thank you very much for listening.